Hello there, I'm Rex Proctor. In this screencast, we're going to take a look at the Windows and Windows cloning features. So you can create a window and set up the arrangement with all of the content in the appropriate spots. It's quite easy actually. So here I'm in my Angles 1 window. If I go to the content sidebar and click on this icon, this will show all the available windows in their respective folders, right? Remember, Angles folders. You can now save the windows inside of the folders. So let's go ahead and create a new one. Command N will create a new one, or File New Window, and I'll just call this Rex and close that off. Now you'll see here in the content sidebar under the Windows menu that I have this new window called Rex. So if I close this window, because I have Rex open, I can jump into that window. So you'll see I've set up some other windows here, and these are just dummy windows. But if I double click, I can open those up. Now none of these have any content, so let's just add a little content just to demonstrate the purpose of this. So I'll just open up a couple files in here, and now I'll go ahead and close that window, jump back to my windows, and then when I go to blue, it opens up that content. So that's pretty cool. You can now arrange everything. Say if you're sharing this to someone, when they double click on the window, all of the content will open up, because you might have multiple, movies open, maybe a composer, maybe a markup ready to be used. So pretty cool feature. If you want to change the color of the window, or the toolbar of the window, or the handle, the top of it, you can go to color, and then you can adjust the color of the window like so. And you'll see that that will appear in the sidebar here as well. It's just a nice way of making things a little bit more identifiable in the list. Okay, let's grab let's put a movie in here, jump back to our files, and I'll just grab this file and that file, and let's go ahead and we'll chuck in another thing. And let's say I want to hand this off to my coach. So I'm going to split right. I'll create an empty composer and call it coach. Now, if I want to distribute this window with all of this content, there's a new feature called Windows cloning. So if I right click on this, I can go clone to a new folder. Now that's going to clone the Rex window to a new folder. We'll go ahead and do that to the desktop, and I'll just call this coach. Now, depending on how your setup is, that could be really quick, or if you're pulling from external drives and network attached storage devices, that might take a little bit more time. But we always recommend, when you're putting stuff together, make sure you're on an Apple file system formatted hard disk, because these kind of operations will be really quick. Then you can just copy and paste the folder off to another device, or AirDrop it, or however you distribute your files along. So I'll go ahead and close my back window. And if we have a look at our desktop here, you'll see that I've created this folder, right? So that's the coach folder. Now let's go ahead and close off Angles. And if I double click on the coach folder, bam, it opens up the folder. It mounts the folder in the files list and sets it as the focus folder. So we've done all of those little operations with just one double click. So pretty cool, pretty simple. You can now distribute that Angles folder and then double click, and wham, you opened up all of the files.